David Des Roches joins us. He's an associate professor at the National Defense University's Near East South Asia Center for Strategic Studies, and he joins us from Washington. David, one of the things I really like about you is your forthrightness, and I'm really going to test that now because I want to start by asking you if you think Xi Jinping is a dictator.
Yes, and most Americans think so as well. It's important to note that President Biden, who is not the most disciplined of speakers, wasn't speaking in a foreign policy venue. He was speaking to a group of donors in a sort of a retail politics thing, and he was talking about another issue. So he didn't say, "It is my determined opinion he's a dictator." He was using the term the way that most Americans would use it and the way that I would use it.
But he shouldn't have said it, should he?
No, he shouldn't. President of the United States should be very careful in how he does it. But the last two presidents have been notorious for their, shall we say, undisciplined use of the verbiage. I recall President Trump referring to the president of Egypt as his favorite dictator. Presidents, there's English as it's commonly used in the United States, and there's English as it's used by heads of state in official pronouncements. And this is definitely not the latter.
Absolutely. But the next time that Xi Jinping and Joe Biden meet, it's going to be very awkward, specifically because of this, surely.
Well, there's a lot of reasons for an awkward relationship. What China's trying to do is impose informal rules on how countries all around the world conduct themselves in various matters. But I don't think that Joe Biden will pay any political price for referring to the head of China, Iran, Russia, or Egypt as dictators. I don't know when they're scheduled to meet again. Probably not. It might be best to leave things to seasoned diplomats for a while.
Ukraine may not appreciate the angle I'm taking here, but in a way, is Russia a kind of a sideshow for Washington? Has the template for Washington's relationship with Beijing been set for maybe the past 10 years or so? It may be getting worse, but the signs were already there.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, what's really unusual is the United States and China remain strong trade partners. And, people say this is a new Cold War, but we never had that magnitude of economic exchange between the two countries. That China's rise as an economic power was shepherded by the United States, which, granted it most favorable nation status, introduced it to the global realm. So I think that we're looking at a thing where it's not necessarily confrontation, but rather fine tuning. And I think that basically the West has said what we thought was a free market power has turned out to be mercantilist and more of a colonial power. And we just need to readjust the relationship, not confront it.
David Des Roches, thank you very much indeed. Look forward to the next time.
Thank you. It's an honor.